and welcome back to Storytime with Princess Anastasia. So today we're going to be reading a story called When Blue Met Egg by Lindsay Ward. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get started. When Blue Met Egg. All right. One snowy morning, Blue was awakened by something extraordinary flying through the air. So this is flying through the air. These are kids. And looks like they have snowball. And the snowball, instead of landing on one of the kids, it landed on Blue. So let's see what Blue thinks about this snowball that she thinks is an egg. A rather strange egg. My, you are early. How did you get here? Asked Blue. Egg was quiet. Well, said Blue, you're awfully cold and wet, Egg. I guess I'll have to watch over you. Blue packed Egg in a bucket and decided to look for Egg's mother. First, they went to a boathouse. Did anyone lose an egg? Asked Blue. No missing egg. So what is a boathouse, guys? To make it easy for us to understand, you ever seen a house for animals called a farm? They're on a farm, but there's a barn for animals. Well, it's the same, similar to having a boathouse. It's a house for boats. It's like a barn for boats. It's a station, a location, probably near water for boats. Most likely near water. All right. Then they check the Terrence fountain, but Egg Mother wasn't there either. Maybe she had some errands to fly, thought Blue. We better look for her. Blue and Egg left the park. Bravely venturing out into the big city, Blue tried to think of all the places she's seen other birds in the city. So she took Egg to some of the street vendors. What's a vendor, guys? A vendor is someone who sells, right? Sells to a consumer or other businesses. So a vendor, you probably went to buy some McDonald's. You probably went to buy some ice cream. Those are people who are giving you a product or a service, and then you pay for that. That's considered a vendor. And in this case, this is a food vendor. The person, he's the vendor, she's the customer. See, she has the money and the vendor has the product. She is purchasing his product. So Blue, the bird, she took Egg to some of the street vendors. And what does this vendor sell? Yeah, hot dogs. After searching all the hot dog stands, Blue belly began to rumble. She found a hot dog to share with Egg, but Egg didn't seem all that hungry. Blue remembers seeing lots of birds on top of the city skyscraper. But nobody seemed to be looking for a missing egg. Where could Egg Mother be? Do you see something abnormal, meaning different, about the buildings? I do. This looks like this was somebody's scratch paper for doing math. This looks like someone's timesheet for the week. And timesheets are when you go to work, you have to clock in how long you've been there, or you have to check in when you arrive. This is attendance here, maybe an attendance sheet. Sometimes when you go to school, the teacher have to check off, are you here? And they call your name like, yeah, I'm here. All right, moving forward. Blue was starting to panic. She liked spending time with Egg, but she knew Egg's mother would be worried. They just had to keep looking for her. How did Blue show her concern? She posted these flyers, lost egg, All right. Finally, after trekking all the way downtown, Blue saw a huge flock of birds flying towards the park. Do you know what statue is this? And if you said it, that's correct. This is the Statue of Liberty. Look, Egg, maybe that's your mother up there. This exclamation point shows me that there is some excitement behind what Blue just said. Let's read it again. Look, Egg, maybe that's your mother up there. And she's pointing towards the birds, cried Blue. But we better hurry home. All right. Blue knew they wouldn't make it in time if she tried to carry Egg. So she decided that they would do what anyone would. Take the subway uptown. Blue and Egg got off at Columbus Circle just in time to see the flock land at the entrance to the park. Do you see her? Asked Blue. But Egg said nothing. And none of the other birds seemed all that concerned either. Look, more mathematic problems. Well, Egg, looks like it's just you and me, said Blue. That's you can see her attitude here. Well, Egg, it looks like it's just you and me. So Blue took Egg ice skating and sledding. It was a perfect afternoon. They even made snowbirds. Egg made an egg snow shape and Bird made a bird snow shape. That night, Blue and Egg snuggled up in Blue's nest for a brave and cold winter night. Blue is a very brave bird. The next day, Blue and Egg had so much fun together. They were inseparable. Pretty soon, days turned into weeks and weeks turned into months. January. Can you find February? I'm assuming they're now in January because of winter, possibly in New York, because this looks like New York to me since the Statue of Liberty. I know that for sure it's in New York. And I'm assuming this is the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm not too familiar with New York, but I visited once. All right, look, February, March, and then April, May will be down here. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So right now they're in January. In New York in the time of January, I believe it still snows. All right, February, March. They even went to the opera together. NYC Opera. All right, they went to go see Madame Butterfly. In April is the time of spring, flowers, beautiful different colors, absolutely. And in April, Blue noticed the whole city was slushy. The days were getting warmer. And Egg was getting smaller. At first, Blue thought Egg was sick. She tried everything to make Egg feel better. She even read like a really cool book like I'm doing now. She's reading to the egg, the golden egg, meaning like, Egg, you're such a powerful egg. You're golden. Even soup, but just seems to make things worse. Even soup. But that just seems to make things work. And she was writing Egg little letters. You know, writing someone a card when they're sick is a very kind thing to do. And that's what we want to learn throughout our journeys, being kind to one another, right? Dear Egg, get well soon, Blue. Blue loves Egg. The heart means love. It's a symbol of love. All right. The next morning, Blue woke up to the first sunshine of the year. She turned over to check on Egg, but Egg was missing. egg, cried Blue. Blue looked around frantically. Egg must have accidentally rolled away, thought Blue. So look at Blue looking like this is over towards this area is the inside of the nest. But like this is the edge. You can see the edge rolling over, and this is the tree because you can see the leaves here. So she's looking to see if eggs, if you notice, if an egg drop off the countertop from someplace higher, then eggs are very sensitive. So Blue looking over, she's thinking the worst case scenario, the egg cracked. And if the egg cracked before its time, then it's very possible that if it was a real egg, it wouldn't survive. Slowly, Blue looked over the edge of the nest, terrified at what she might find. There, at the base of Blue tree was Egg Bucket, just where Blue had left it, although with a puddle of something pink. Along with something pink. Let's read this part again. There at the base of Blue's tree was Egg Bucket, just where Blue had left it, along with a puddle of something pink. Blue rushed down and looked more closely. Egg, you've bloomed, she exclaimed Blue. So this is where the snowball landed, right? It probably tumbled out, and then the sun caused it to melt, and then the melting thing. But they have flowers everywhere. But the bird was so attached to Egg, calling the snowball Egg, that the puddle, the love that she put into the snowball, actually fed into the egg. I mean, the flower, which the flower probably been there because it takes a little while for the flower to bloom. But she associated that likeliness with egg. So she thought egg bloomed into a beautiful flower. So we're going to believe that it did, just like the bird did. I think you're going to love this time of the year, Blue told her friend. And look, she put Egg back into the bucket and now carrying the pink flower. But what does this actually teach us? That the blue bird possibly was lonely. Being lonely is not an entirely bad thing. When we're lonely, what do we want to do? Do we want to find any old kind of friend so we can play with, and they hit us and they scratch us and they punch us and they tell us mean things and say, I don't want to be friends with you? No, we don't want that. So Blue found an egg that flew into her direction, and Blue, whatever loneliness Blue was feeling, she poured it out on the egg. So Blue found a friend who then became a puddle and became a flower. And I think Blue is just going through that cycle of finding healthy relationships in the form of an egg or a flower. But I don't know. What do you think? So, but the whole while Blue was very supportive, very kind, very loving. And she proved to be a good friend. So I think that flower will bloom a very long time with her. All right. You guys have a wonderful afternoon. I will have a new story for you in just a bit. Stick around, and thank you for having story time with Princess Anastasia. Take care. Bye now.